Rob?
Hello everyone and welcome to Rob's Rogues and the Batman universe, and today we're taking a look at Lego DC Comics Superheroes. This is 76013, also known as Steamroller Joker. This is the first Lego set that I have probably bought since I was a kid. I had Legos as a kid growing up. Always thought it'd be kind of cool to get Legos. I played with Legos all the time. I think Legos were actually some of my first action figures. I was making little minifigures out of Legos before we got actual minifigures. So playing Legos was always something very fun that I just kind of graduated into, real action figures, and just I was making things all the time. So, now that I'm 40, I'm buying one of my first Lego sets, and in case you can't tell, the big reason I bought it was because of Robin down here. Now, I've been looking at picking up some of the Lego Robin minifigures. I just recently got the Arkham Arkham Asylum Robin Tim Drake figure with the hood. Got that through an eBay auction. So with the Legos, these Lego sets can be very, very expensive, and I was kind of looking at a couple other ones that the Tim Drake Robin minifigure would have come in. He has come in like the Joker's Carnival. He came in the Batcave. There is a Tim Drake Lego Robin Cycle that comes with the Tim Drake figure in the red and black. So I'm kind of wanting to maybe get a hold of that one. So, but some of these can go for pretty pricey. The Batcave and actually, I think the Batcave is about $69, almost pushing $70. The Arkham Asylum that has I think 7 minifigures and is just a very, very large piece, that's pushing almost $100. So it's kind of like I didn't realize Legos were that expensive. This one my wife picked up for me. I had mentioned this just came out this week. And this week being the very last week of February when I'm filming this. So I think it came out like the 26th, 25th, somewhere in that time frame of this week. Since right now that I'm filming it, this is March 1st. So I just mentioned this in passing to my wife, like, oh, I'd like to, pick a Lego setup, and she was like, oh, how much is it? This one I picked up at Walmart is $49.97, so it's $50. We do get a few minifigures in here, so what was really cool about this one, we'll kind of get in here as I'm kind of rambling a little bit. As you can tell, this is the Damien Robin figure. So this is the first time that Damien is getting his own Lego minifigure. So it's kind of cool that with the new 52, they're bringing out some new 52 characters and just some different versions of characters that have already been out. Even though Damien does have green boots, and if you've played the Lego Batman 2 Superheroes video game, you can have a DLC for Damien where they give him his green boots, but as far as the Legos go, they just gave them black here. But anyway, the minifigures that come in here, as you could tell, is the new 52 Batgirl, Damien, again for his first time, the black-suited Batman, which I'm really kind of sick of seeing a black-suited Batman. I think I've said that quite a bit. There is a new 52 Batman that is out right now with the Flash and Riddler, like dragster set. We do have a Joker here, and this is more of like a Jack Nicholson Joker, which is really kind of cool. And then we have get him off camera, a Goon here. So we have like a Batplane, the Steamroller, and you can see Batgirl up here at the top. So this is 486 pieces. It says Batman, the Joker Steamroller is the official title of this. And you can see that there is a comic book included, so that'll be kind of cool to see what that is. And then everything that we have here on the back of the box. So this is going to be really interesting. I've helped my nieces and my nephew put a Lego set together. And I knew it would be a matter of time till I got my own Lego set, but I was looking for the right one. I don't know if I'll get any more full Lego sets. I'll probably just try and track down the Robin characters that are out of there. So this will be kind of cool. Now, what I'm going to attempt to do, I've been talking to some of my other Rogue Show co-hosts, And what I'd like to do is do a video where I'm putting this together, but film it doing like the high-speed filming where my hands are like, doing all that, putting everything together fast, so you can kind of see it built. I like watching some of those. We'll see if I'm able to do that. If not, maybe I'll do a quick little video of all the pieces out there and kind of show you what the parts of pieces look like inside the box. Film me putting it together, and then we'll do the reviews of everything all put together. So we'll see if this works. This is going to be a little bit of a learning curve. I guess we'll find out after this next portion if I'm able to pull that off or not. So stay tuned. Let's see if I can film this correctly. I don't have quite enough space here in my review space. I think I'm actually going to be on my kitchen table where I've got plenty of room. Trying to get 486 pieces on a table is this is just a little card table that I have set up here. So and I'm only using half the table with a backdrop and everything. So enough rambling. We'll get inside the package. We'll take a look at it, but we're going to change scenery here. So I may even con my wife into helping me put some of this together. So we'll see in just a little bit. Stay tuned.
We are off and rolling here as I'm putting this together very fast. I wish I worked this fast. You kind of see me putting together Batman right here. I end up holding the minifigures up to the camera so you could see them, but I didn't realize that once I sped this up, you're not going to be able to see that. There was an intro section of this where I had all the bags out and I opened up the box on film, and to kind of show you, there are 4 bags in this set. There went the Joker right there. With this already being, it's going to be 32 minutes and 57 seconds long, this video, so I opted to take that part out. It's just, opening up the package. We've already seen it, 4 separate bags and 2 different books, which when you get to the review part at the 16-minute mark, I will go through some of that stuff here. Here's kind of me building the steamroller part right at the beginning here. And I was really kind of surprised as I was putting this together, all the little bits and pieces that make up kind of the inside of the, the guts of the steamroller and even the Batplane, that there's pieces that you don't even see. It's just building up kind of like the housing and where other parts set. But this is the cab portion of the tractor. Now that we're kind of going on, I think this is the front of the teeth. A little gag that I was trying to do here. It'll be really quick. Every once in a while, I slide the Joker over as if he's kind of watching. So here's me putting the mouth together, and I end up holding it up to there goes the Joker really quick. I kind of filmed this in a couple different segments. That was part 1 there. There was a phone call that came in, so I had to kind of stop for a second. But due to, we're already on to bag 2. Man, this goes really fast. What you're seeing here, this is running at 8 times as fast as it normally would. I tried to automatically go for something like 10 or 20 to make it go really fast, but you have to, at least on my Windows Media movie maker that I use to do all my videos, you can't start the frame rate that fast because it starts to jump and get really kind of distorted, so you have to kind of do it in small increments. So I did it at 4 times, and then I ran it through each of these segments one more time at 4 times, which would make it 8 times as fast. So there's another little segment right there. So now comes the wheels, and I try to do the whole like hypnotizing thing right there, but again, it's moving so fast. As I was putting this together, oh boy, I thought I would have more time to talk as this was going by. So this is going to be a really weird commentary track, and it's going to end really soon here because I see the next portion coming up. But it's the this housing, as I start putting the tires together, reminds me I kind of the tumbler. So I wonder if the Dark Knight Rises tumbler isn't kind of built like this. I'll do another gag here where it looks like I run the steamroller over my hands real quick, but it goes by so fast. So I wish some of these pieces weren't so expensive because I would probably try and pick up some more of them. I even say in the review just the amount of detail that goes into this, and I get ready to run over my hand here. There it goes. And that's off and running, the missiles, and that's the end of this part of the commentary. Wow, that was really fast.
All right, we just got the steamroller finished, and now it is on to the Batplane, I believe. It looks, of course, I have it upside down for you guys. I get to put together Batgirl and, I can't even in frame, here we go. Batgirl and Damien Robin, so this would be cool. These are the two minifigures that are with these two packs. So, again, hopefully this is working out right, that you guys can see this. So it's kind of hard to, I've got my viewfinder flipped so I can kind of see a little bit what I'm doing, but with it having snowed outside and my big bay window right here, I'm getting all kinds of glare. It doesn't look like it's in the video screen, but you know how it is when you're looking into the sun. I'm trying to look at my video finder, so hopefully this is all working. It's kind of a learning curve as I go through and do this, so maybe as I do some other ones, maybe it'll get better and better, so we'll see. So hopefully this high-speed thing is working, or this is just going to be an odd video. So we'll get back to it. So here we go. Here's round 2 of me trying to put together Lego pieces. And I like when I have extra pieces left, if you can see them here, which I'm sure that they give you other pieces in case you drop or lose, but I always end up going, I have leftover pieces. So I'm sure it says somewhere like you will have leftover pieces. As I just launched that one right off of the table. So I'll slide these back over where I originally had them, and we'll start the next one, and I'll find that piece I just launched. So here we go, guys.
All right, this is bags 3 and 4, and the minifigures in this one should be, there's Damien's cape, Batgirl's cape. So I put Batgirl first. I had a little bit of hard time trying to find her cowl in there somewhere. And yeah, I'm fighting with the cowl. Damien goes together pretty fast, and there we're off on Damien. So here's part of the Batplane. Again, I say in the review that this isn't a known. It's not like they're doing the Batwing from the 89 film at all, or something from the comic books. This is totally their own creation. Unlike with the Dark Knight Rises, they did the actual their version of the tumbler. But this was a nice little gimmick, and it was kind of fun to see how this would all get put together and just the different layers that go on top of it. And again, I'll say just the attention to detail that Lego puts on here, just as far as, you know, vents and some type of running lights. It was kind of cool as I was putting this together, trying to figure out exactly where all these pieces were, like figuring out, oh, I wonder where the cockpit, you know, I knew kind of where the cockpit was going to go, but exactly how it was going to be constructed. There was even a piece for the cockpit that was the seat, and I thought, what's this brown piece here? It didn't dawn on me till once I placed it in. I thought, oh, that's the quote-unquote seat for Batman. And there's bag 4. It didn't really say in the directions like, okay, these pieces are in bag 4. You kind of got to a certain point, and you just kind of had to know, oh, you need bag 4 right here. There's the seat getting put in, so I was kind of like, oh, so that's why that slanted brown piece goes in there. This sticker, it looks like I put it on fairly fast here. I fought with it and fought with it. So as fast as this is going, you imagine being that at real speed, there's the control panel. But I put that sticker on crooked so many times. I thought this is going to look great when I speed it up. There, Batman goes. It actually had me put him in for placement to like check to see if the figure is fitting, which I thought was kind of a weird step. Normally they have you put it in when it's done, but that's the part of the directions. Like once the seat's complete, then Batman goes in. And they had him in the cockpit the whole entire time that you were putting this together, and I found that kind of awkward to have Batman in there. I was kind of fumbling with him, so you saw me pull him out, and we're on to the exhaust. And some pieces that are swinged, swiveled and hinged, I was always kind of like scratching my head as I was putting this together, going, I wonder there's Batman back in again once the canopy gets on. I really had to kind of fight to get him in there until I realized he wasn't quite sitting. But what I was saying about pieces hinging and swiveling, I was trying to figure out, well, how is this going to work in pieces that had, you see, like the four hole pieces right there, which is the slider bar, and figuring out, well, how is that going to work? Was really kind of cool being my first piece.
All right, here they are. Now let's take the camera and get back in a better perspective. And we'll look at the DC Comics Superheroes 76013. That would be, of course, Batman, the Joker Steamroller Lego set. Okay, now let's see if I can edit this and make it go really fast. All right. All right, hopefully you made it through the 16-minute mark to get to the review here. And this was a lot of fun just to kind of put it together. I originally was going to have my wife help me with this, but she was getting ready to go to Las Vegas this coming week. And she said, this would be nice for you just to be able to kind of, do as your own. She's like, you've been putting up with me as I'm getting ready for this trip. And she goes, this may be something fun for you to do. And it took me about an hour and some change to do. I ate in the middle of doing, once I finished this one, I had something to eat and I went back. So a little over an hour to put this together, which I didn't think was all that bad. Since the minifigures are right up front, let's get right into the minifigures. First one here being Batgirl. And let's kind of zoom in here while I got my light here. So I think she's done really, really well. I may have to kind of do it like, there we go. Make sure I keep it a little light on table with them being so small. But she looks really good. This is the first incarnation of Barbara Gordon in her new 52 look. And I think there was another minifigure in the earlier line of the Batman Lego line. I think there was a Batgirl. Don't correct me if I'm wrong there. Or correct me if I'm wrong, I guess. The nice purple cape. Even though it's supposed to be two-toned, it's supposed to be black with the purple on the inside. Although now they have gotten rid of the purple in the new 52 and gone with yellow. I kind of like the purple on her more than I did the yellow, but neither here nor there. You probably saw me as it went by pretty quick. The way this cowl sits on, because of the point here in the back, and you'll see it on the Damien figure in just a second, it was really kind of pushing up the cowl and it wasn't wanting to sit on. So it's, as you can tell, it's kind of crushing the back part of this. But yeah, that's fine. There's the alternate head that you could have on as kind of more of the, mean look for Batgirl. But there, it's kind of fighting me. There it goes. So I had her off camera there. But I think she looks kind of cute. I have 4 Batarangs, so one for each member of the Bat family, Batman, Robin, and Batgirl, and then an extra one in case you would lose one. So I think she's done really well, and it's really kind of cool to have some of these. So being a first set, I was really kind of anxious to kind of, now I kind of see why people like collecting these little minifigures. They're really kind of cool. Damien, of course, this was the big reason why I bought the set. Of course, being a Robin fan and knowing that this is the first time Damien is getting an actual Lego figure, and he's smaller than Batgirl and Batman, as you can kind of tell here. Again, need to watch the viewfinder, Rob. So, kind of see, there's about their heights right there. So she's about a head taller than what Damien is, which is kind of what you would expect. He's more Hobbit size. I think this is the block that they use for the Hobbits and things like that. Comes with the staff. Of course, Damien does have the traditional Robin, like, scared, like, ah! There's the point that I was talking about that was giving me trouble with Batgirl. But I think this kind of angry face really kind of suits Damien. And I didn't go over the articulation. Most people kind of know about the articulation for the Lego figures, but the arms go 360, hands rotate, heads rotate. Of course, I got my big fat hands in the way. Legs go up and down. You know what? Damien does not have the legs. So Batgirl does have the bendable legs. Damien doesn't. I didn't realize that. So he really can't sit in anything and doesn't have the traditional pegs in the back. Of course, I got my hands in the way here. So there's the back of him. And the back of Batgirl, you could plug her into a base. You can kind of see the holes right there. So I guess I didn't realize that when I was putting Damien together, that he's basically just going to be a standing figure. But I'm cool with that, you know. I don't think I'm going to have him in anything. And if I wanted him to ride in something, he would be small enough like that plane, he would just lay in there. So that's pretty cool. I'll move Damien off to the side. Since we're with the Bat family, we'll go with Batman here. And I've said before, I'm not a fan of the all-black Batman. I think we're kind of hopefully at an end, and hopefully with the new movie, he'll be please be in a gray and black or blue and black, you know. The kid in me almost wants to see blue and black or blue and gray Batman, but I will take the black and gray Batman all day long. But I wish we would have gotten the new 52 Batman as the standard Batman, since we have a new 52 Batgirl, new 52 Damien, and then we get like the 89 or No Man's Land Batman. But again, he has all the same articulation that Batgirl does and all the other figures. Most people have seen this look for Batman with the head. Let me get some light down here just a little bit more. Pardon me just a moment. There we go. So there are his two looks. I kind of like this half smirk. I didn't realize that the white band at the top of his forehead, looks like it's to keep him from sweating, is the actual part of the white eyes for Batman. So if you put hair on him, the white part of the band will kind of go away. So really kind of cool. It's good to have a Batman figure. So black or gray, I'll take it. We'll put Batman. Well, we'll leave him out in just a second. The other minifigures, of course, we have the Joker here, which I believe this is kind of modeled after the Jack Nicholson Joker from the '89 movie. Of course, with the hat, you know, the Joker character did wear a hat every now and then in the film. Of course, you got the gimmick bang gun here. Joker does not have an alternate head. I might have, if it were me, painted the back of this green just so when you see the hat, you would see the green underneath. But, you know, one could argue it's up underneath his head. But, again, it's all the same articulation that everybody else but poor Damien has. So move him off to the side. To get the Goon out, you probably saw me messing with it in the video. It's really rough to try and get your hands in here. I can kind of knock him out and get him turned around and slide out. But to put him back in is really kind of a pain. You probably saw me kind of, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Really trying to jam my hands in there to try and get him out. But I like this figure. I like it quite a bit, actually. I like that you can see the half-painted face right there where they have the white. The nice, clever little thing that I think I like on this is the Joker deconstruction, if you can read that. They crossed out the con for the deconstruction. Thought that was clever. And just even the detail. I didn't go through all the detail in them. I'll grab a Damien here, but you can kind of see the, you know, the outfit lines and the marking lines of the suits. With being the new 52 for some of these, you can see the piping detail and the panel lines where the suit would be. So really kind of cool. Again, I can see why people like the minifigures. Since we have the steamroller up here, which this is definitely my favorite piece out of the set. I just like the way that it rolls. It rolls really fluid. You probably saw it in the video where I had set it back and my table obviously must be leaning a little bit, that it decided to roll back towards me. It's got a little bit of spring to it just because of the chassis or the pivot point in this, and it can turn left and right. So I think that's pretty cool too, that Lego really spared no expense, and I can see why that these are sometimes the prices that they are. You're like, oh, it's just Legos. But there's a lot of working pieces here, and you know, they could have totally made this a straight on piece with no turn, no nothing, and This could have been all one housing, one solid piece, but it is, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 separate little wheels that you can put together. And I could have mixed these pieces up pretty much any direction that I wanted to, but this is pretty much almost how it had to go, with the exception of these two in the middle. But just the detail alone, you can kind of, the way they have the mouth made, and all these are, just little tiny pieces that just go on. And that was the other thing, that there were so many pieces that, just amazed that all the under pieces that you're not even going to see. But the detailing was done just very, very well. Kind of bring the Batplane up. And its gimmick is, you probably saw me messing with it, you kind of pull this front part here, and supposed to give like a little clamping action, which is really kind of in the way to do. You could put like the Joker in here, and you can kind of pin him and, fly off with him, if you will. So, much like the steamroller, you would think there'd be an extra little piece up here at the top that you could pull out, but it's a nice gimmick nonetheless. And again, it could have just been a straight-on piece like this, and it would have been just fine. But that they kind of go the extra mile, and they go the extra mile a long ways, just with the lights and different things that they put on here. Not that these are actual lights, but it's supposed to represent lights. We have the red lights on this side, you can kind of see, and green lights on this side, which it looks like I almost missed one here. Yeah, I have no idea why this is the way it is here. I have an open spot in here. I don't know if the camera can pick that up at all, but I don't know if this green is supposed to be over here. I may have to go back down to my pieces, because I may have missed one. Yeah, you know what? I can clearly see right here what I did. This piece is higher than this one. This is supposed to go right down to the ground. We'll just fix it right on camera here. So, and again, this was a hard part in the video that you probably saw me, if it didn't go by so fast, trying to put all these pieces in. If I got it in a wrong spot, I really had to pry some of these off, because once they got in, some of these pieces didn't want to come off. So there we go. Hopefully I caught that in frame. Just the slide that this operates on, it's just really fluid in here. If you kind of see the track that it runs on. So yeah, the tip of the hat to Lego for doing just the amount of work that goes into some of these. And I can clearly see there must be an engineer that is working very diligently on getting these just right. I got the Joker here. Batman, because of his cape, does have a hard time. I shouldn't say a hard time. You've got to get him placed in here just right to set in, so he has to be kind of bent a little bit, so he kind of gets underneath the control panel here. As I knock over Batgirl, and he kind of gets squashed down. And again, like I said, you have to kind of pull this off to get the goon in here, but I'm going to see if I can do it this way. Is it going to work? My hands are probably in the way. Yeah, that's going to have to come off. So that's the only bummer with this, that it kind of comes off in a couple different pieces. Again, I think once I get this set and it's on my shelf, I'm not going to be pulling the goon in and out, as I'm really not going to be playing with it. It's going to be more of a display piece. But the Joker just kind of sits off to the side, put one peg in, and he's good to go. The instruction books I kind of wanted to show really quick, and again, I apologize for the length of this video. It's going to be a longer one. But you can kind of see, it's basically a step-by-step. You kind of get the instruction up here. You have 8 small of these little pieces with the groove, and it shows you where all 8 go, and it usually shows you placing one. So it's basically, okay, this page, you do that. This page, you do that. For the Batplane, it went 63 pages. Actually 62 pages of the last construction. So it did go, there was a lot that went into this, and I didn't think it was going to be that intense, or I should say intense, but almost not complicated for for a kid, it's definitely, you're going to need an adult to put this together. I think a kid could do it, but some adult supervision is going to go a long way just because there's a lot of teeny tiny pieces. And then lastly, the comic book that came with it. It's basically just a silent issue. As traditionally, the Legos didn't ever really talk before until the recent Batman 2 Lego game, and then the animated, or the Lego movie that they took from the video game. But this is kind of highlighting the new sets that are out, this Aqua Batman type deal with the penguin and the rubber ducky, as it will. Then it kind of highlights the Man-Bat, Batcopter, and Batwings kind of, or Batwing, Nightwing's glider, which this runs about $20, so I kind of want to pick up Nightwing just so I have a Nightwing. Then it goes into the Dragster and the Batmobile and the Flash, and the Batman that's with this is the new 52. And then we get into the Steamroller, which also has Damien and Batgirl in it. So, and then there's all the minifigures that would be in this set. So, and then the back of it, there's the new 52 Batman right there. So, these are all the figures that are in the set, kind of going clear back to the Man of Steel, the Dark Knight Rises, then a couple of the other sets that are there, and then here is the Robin from the Arkham Asylum set that I have, so, or that I'm getting. That's coming. So I could probably take this hood off of this Robin and put it on Damien, and I have a hooded Damien, so it'd be kind of cool to try that. And of course, as I'm throwing things, and the only other Lego minifigure that I have is Clark Kent turning into Superman from the Lego 2 Batman movie that came out, that I got this at Best Buy, so I can kind of put Clark Kent almost Superman with my Lego set. So this has been kind of fun. Hopefully you guys liked seeing the high speed. Again, I know this is going to be a very long video, so hopefully you guys have enjoyed this. Let me know down in the comments if I do another one of these. Do you want to see a high speed, or do you want to get just to reviewing the actual Lego pieces? So hopefully you've enjoyed this. This has been a long video, so we'll end it right here. And today we've been taking a look at the Lego DC Comics Superheroes 76013, the Batman Joker Steamroller set. And as always, this is Rob for Rob's Rogues and the Batman Universe signing off, saying we will see you guys next time.